used to give a fuck. Back in the day, man, I was a fierce bitch. I had boundless energy, slap-worthy perkiness, and a drug dealer on speed dial. I was a bullet, baby! Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down. Well, actually, the more proper song was Brick House, because I was fucking mighty, and I was letting it all hang out. When I was young, just looking at me, I was a brick house, man. I had good bones. I was well landscaped and lit to perfection. But peek your eyes on the inside, and it's fucking raw construction people, 2x4s, dangling wires, sparking. Things are trying to come together on the inside. By the time that gets together, the shutters are dangling, the paint's peeling, and there's raccoons in my chimney. That may or may not be a metaphor. I will leave that up to you. In college, I had my spending money, my beer and drug money, came from me teaching aerobics classes. That's what I did. It's a good gig, right? Here's the thing. I had a fucking amazing body. I didn't even know how amazing. It was an occupational hazard. But I viewed my body like a gorgeous piece of real estate. And you know real estate, right? It's all about location, location, location. I'm talking tits, tummy, and tutor, right? I should also tell you, right out of college, I got married. And had 3 adorable, precious, fantastic assholes. These gut punchers put my days of being on top on notice, right? What once was chiseled abs was now a puddle of pudding on fire. Oh, sure, I looked good on my back still. Had that going for me. But every once in a while you gotta be gracious, right? You gotta shake it up a little bit. So, what am I doing here? So, I came up with a very creative solution. I would blindfold my husband. He thought I was being mysterious, but I was just being lazy. It's too much, man. Too much to keep it there. Too much. Blindfold him, you're done. Then, so that was in my 30s, right? In the 40s, it's the tutor. And this happens rather suddenly. It's like an El Capitan slide right down the back of your ass. It's like overnight. What once so deftly defied gravity suddenly surrenders mid-ass. Not the whole ass, mid-ass. It just goes... And my ass used to be a work of art. And it still is, but now it's a Salvador Dali melting clock painting. And it's reading half past ass. Then in the 50s, oh, kiss your titties goodbye. They're basically windshield wipers for your pussy. It's true. Wear a mini skirt and a nipless slip is certain. Except for mine, because they're fake and they're not going anywhere. Fuck you, gravity. Skirt one for mama, right? So, I tried to be a hoe in my 50s. Which is really poor timing, right? It's really poor timing. It's really hard to fuck like a 20-year-old when your body is like a stick of butter on a 65-degree day. And you don't know if it's gonna hold together, and it pools in all these crazy spots. It was very bad. It was very bad. But I wanted to give it a try. Why? Because when I was fabulous, I never gave it away. The reason is I grew up in a family of 6 girls. My father was a very learned man. He was a physician and a doctor. When he talked to us about sex, he would never call it a vagina. He called it a mustn't touch it. Yeah, turns out that's not a medical term, people. Nah. I chose pleasing my parents over my own pussy. And so in trying to get out my hodum, right, now that I realize that I don't care if a man respects me or not, nobody wants what Jodi Murphy's putting out. It's very unfortunate. My daughters, the precious baby assholes who drove a Mack truck through my vagina with my abs in tow, were completely on board with me getting my hoe on, right? Because they grew up with me and they know that I am the crudest prude out there. I can't help it, people. My mind makes my mouth holes say salacious things that these other holes would never think of doing. And everything does look like a penis. There, I said it. But I'm used to making guys wait for it, okay? It's just a habit. Now I'm happy if they just kind of get in the general vicinity and then go make us a nice sandwich. There's one where, like, timing is everything, right? But things are finally coming together for Jodi Murphy, and that is in the fashion arena. Now, back in the day, there was no mystery. Everything was a kind of a peeky-poo with the coochie-coo. Your boobies were jacked. Your whole body was just out on display. So you got perfect side boob, crop tops, in heels, butt cheeks peeking out like curious chicks in a nest. And I was constantly tchotched to the nines. That's the way you did it back then. But I was miserable, man. Dressing trashy is painful. Bottom line, learn this. All you youngsters out there, learn this. Pre-hip replacement surgery. It will do you well. So my daughters, blessed fools that they were, they enlightened me on the fashion scene, right? They've taken dressing trashy to a whole new level. They literally wear sacks. I mean, there's no looking at anything. They're just piles of fabric, no heels. They are so comfortable. And you know what? They can dress that way because they know the boys know what's under there, and they still want it. They don't have to, under all those fabrics, it's worth searching for. You know what's under all those that fabric? Confidence. That's what they're wearing under there, and I am hopping in full tilt, people. The moo-moo is back. We call it sack chic. It is the unconstructed look for the deconstructed body. It's part eye catcher and part fart catcher. It's perfect. It's brilliant. God bless the younger generation. Right? Because look at me. You don't know what's under here. You don't know what piece of art is under here, people. Anything could be happening. It could be the birth of Venus. It could be Starry Night. Or it could be the fucking Scream. But either way, I am a work of art, and just like all great works of art, eventually some rich prick's gonna come around and buy me, pudding ass and all. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. No.